Next news piece. Apparently the media over there is blacking out the importance of a Malawian teen by the name of William Kamkwamba. So we at THI will elevate it and his story. And the media representation of people of Africa is not too kind, passing them off as all savages and stupid, when clearly that's not the case. And whilst it does have a violence and abuse issue problem across the various African countries, not all should be tarred with the same brush. Now, William Kamkwamba, taught himself how to build a windmill from junk that brought power to his village. He learned from books that he'd read in the library, and essentially he was a farmer. He hadn't seen a computer, and certainly not many white people in his life also. But his mind prevailed, and his inventions made people's lives better. At age 14, in poverty and famine, the Malawian boy built a windmill to power his family home. And now, at age 22, he speaks to TAD group for the second time and shares in his own words the moving tale of invention that changed his life and many others. Now, William Kamkwamba was born on August the 5th, 1987 in Dowa, Malawi, and grew up on his family farm in Masitala village, Wimbe, which is about 2.5 hours northeast of Malawi's capital city. Now, he was the second eldest of Trirwell and Agnes, who had 7 children, and it was William and 6 sisters. Oh, jeez. That's a tough upbringing. It's bad enough having 2 females in one house, but 7. Oh, oh my, dearie me. That's some upbringing, that. And William was educated at Wimbe Primary School, completing 8th grade, and then was accepted to Kachikolo Secondary School. And due to severe famine back in 2001, his family lacked the funds to pay the $80 in annual school fees. $80 a year. I can see some American parents going, oh my God, you know. But that $80 a year taught a guy how to produce power for his village, and you're spending $10, $15, $20, $30,000 a year and producing what? Anyway, William was forced to drop out of school a few months into his freshman year, and for 5 years he was unable to go to school. And so, starting at 14, rather than accept his fate, William started borrowing books from a small community lending library located at his former primary school. And he borrowed an 8th grade American textbook called Using Energy, which depicted wind turbines on its cover. And he set about trying to build a windmill to power his family's home and stop the need for kerosene, which provided only smoky, flickering, distant and expensive light after dark. So first he built a prototype using a radio motor, then his initial 5-meter windmill out of a broken bicycle, tractor fan blade, an old shock absorber and blue gum trees. And after hooking the windmill to a car battery for storage, William was able to power 4 light bulbs and charge neighbours' mobile phones. This system was even equipped with homemade light switches and a circuit breaker made from nails, wire and magnets. And the windmill was later extended to 12 metres to better catch the wind above the trees. A third windmill pumped grey water for irrigation, and subsequent projects have included clean water, malaria prevention, solar power and lighting for the 6 homes in his family compound. A deep water well with a solar powered pump for clean water, a drip irrigation system and the outfitting of the village team Wimbe United with their first ever uniforms and shoes. Now, since receiving their sun and wind themed uniforms, the team has been on a winning streak that has brought the village together with much pride. Now, the windmill project drew many visitors from kilometres around, including Dr. Harford Makhaizim, PhD, the Deputy Director of MTTA, the Malawian non-government agency responsible for the community library. And he brought the press, including the Malawi Daily Times, who wrote a fairly long story about it. Soyapi Mumba and Mike McKay, engineers at Boabab Health Partnership in Malawi, blogged about the article, and the news of William's inventions reached Emeka Okafor, who is a program director for TED Global, a prestigious gathering of thinkers and innovators. And Okafor searched quite diligently to find William and invite him to the conference. And William's presentation led to additional mentors, donors and companies supporting his education, and also further projects. William went on and graduated from Dartmouth College in 2014 and started his tenure at IDEO.org as a Global Fellow. And William's time at IDEO focused on human-centred design and sent him around the world working on projects ranging from sanitation in India to gender-based violence prevention in Kenya. And he's now working with Wider Net to develop appropriate technology curriculum that will allow people to bridge the gap between knowing and doing. Good stuff. Wider Net will distribute the content through e-granaries around Malawi and across the continent. Here to William Kamkwamba.